welcome to another season finale premiere. Those of you that are watching this live as it goes out, check for me in the chat. I'll be chatting with you. Do make sure you join in, and hopefully we can have a great live video for you to watch. Of course, I get this a lot of the time when people watch premieres. It's not live. It's not a live stream. We're just all watching the pre-recorded, edited video together. That's how a premiere works. We see a number of people come in and try and talk to me, like actual me, in the video, in the chat, which obviously isn't going to work. I'm recording this 2 days before you see it. So you can't do that, but thank you for watching this live in the premiere. Thank you for watching. If you're not watching in the premiere, you might not be able to make it, or maybe you don't enjoy the live premieres. It's entirely up to you. It's just an extra opportunity for me to have some interaction with you guys. Salford away to start. Then Mansfield at home, question mark? Mansfield at home, and then Tranmere also at home to end the league season. But where will we end the league season? Other than at the Abbey Stadium, it could be in the playoffs. It should be in the playoffs, provided we do our job today. 11th placed Mansfield, 12th placed Salford, 19th placed Tranmere Rovers. If we don't pick up enough points to get into the playoffs from those 3 games, then why are we even bothering to turn up week after week? The side is in good form. Not the best of form, but good form after yesterday's FA Cup semi-final. If you missed it, do check the channel page for it. There was some interesting developments in a league game as well against Luton that are, as of yet, as I record this, you haven't seen, and I'm not sure what the response is going to be to that. Slightly controversial, but that's the starting 11 we're going to go with for the first game against Salford. It'll be the same starting lineup we go with against Mansfield as well, and we shall rotate for the game against Tranmere. But hopefully, we'll have already assured our playoff spot by the time that game comes along. Although we'll wait and see. There's my starting lineup. Let's travel up to the northwest of England to go and play Salford and hopefully get ourselves into the playoffs to maybe make it to the Championship for next season. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to make sure you don't miss out on any more of this save. And fingers crossed, we get the result we want. Salford's 11. Javi Severio up top. Richie Towell still in their midfield alongside Bruno Andrade and Danny Whitehead. They're strong in the middle of the pitch. But I don't know about their front lines, Severio and Contin. Don't know what nationality he is off the top of my head, I'm afraid. But like we said in the intro, we should be getting the points we need from the games we have left. The opponents shouldn't be, on paper, and judging by the form they must have had for the majority of the season, they shouldn't be too much of a test to get the points we need. I would very much like us to get 9 points from these 3 games. I'd accept 7, but anything less than 7 points I don't think really is good enough. We'll wait and see how things progress. Javi Severio into Contin. I should probably find out what nationality he is, shouldn't I, before I start calling him Contin or Conta. Leandro Contin, Argentinian, provided it is still the same guy. We're in the 3rd season, of course. Leandro Nicholas Contin. Yep, it is him. Starts at 63, potential of 70. He's slow. 58 acceleration, 62 sprint speed when he starts. You would imagine that's not going to have grown much. So we'll call it, I presume that's Contin then. Right then, pushing forward. Let's see if we can keep Contin quiet and keep Salford out for the majority of the game, if not all of it, although my clearance is going to have to be better than that. Thomas Asante down the line, could cross, gets it back there to Whitehead, into Richie Towell, shot well blocked, and it will be a corner for Salford to start the game. Now, Contin might not be quick, but he does have, at least judged by his FIFA stats at the beginning of a save, 87 strength. So if they cross it to him, he could genuinely be a threat. But if they're trying to play through balls to him, I don't see him being much of an issue for us. Ida can't quite get that under control to find a teammate. Danny Whitehead to Bruno Andrade, and he fires. Salford 1-0 in front in the 14th minute. It's not necessarily been coming, but they have had the better of the play in the opening 15 minutes, but there is still a long way to go. Thankfully. Page. Picked off by Bruno Andrade. Nice tackle by Brown on Content, who somehow walks through the challenge, and Towell is bearing down on goal here. We need Will Norris to make a save to deny Salford a second. Andrade will take the corner. 18th minute ticks up and by. Collins wins that header well, but still not cleared properly. Andrade into the middle. Cano, that's awful. Tavernier falls to ground. Thankfully, Thomas Asante's secondary effort is comfortably saved. Salford on top here. I was expecting an easier game than this. Lewis Page driving forward will look inside there to Adebayo, through to Alex Conceição, who has the space to shoot and kicks it straight at Broderson. Corner to come in from the Brazilian himself. Winning that header is the defender. Page should get to this first. Inexplicably kind of jogged sideways when trying to sprint towards that. That's annoying. Thankfully, Kyle Noyle has the pace to get back, but not the passing ability to find his teammate. Jesus Christ, everything seemed to go wrong there, didn't it? Thankfully, they didn't score. Win that header. Well up, Collins. I tried to change to Conceição, wouldn't let me. Adebayo will find the Brazilian regardless, and Ida will look through there for Ngoy. Back to, well, actually Adebayo. It was meant for Adamida. Nice. And buried. Yeah, had to be. There was no way he was going to miss that. We'll run and celebrate in front of the travelling Cambridge fans. We have our equaliser. And as was the case when their goal went in, still plenty of time left to find a winner. His Content. Spread up wide there to Asante. It's a really beautiful flick. Javi Severio finds it back to him. Oh, you lucky sons of bitches. Brilliant block to stop the first shot. And it spins free to Javi Severio. Beautiful flick there. Turns, finds his teammate. Good block, and it couldn't have fallen kinder for the striker to just lash home. Cano can't react quickly enough. Devastating finish. And after we pegged them back level, 5 minutes later, they're in front again. Whitehead into Javi Severio. Bruno Andrade is in the box. Brilliant tackle. Expert tackle from the defender. That was meant to be thrown to the left winger, but never mind. Ngoy will push forward here. Adebayo rather reluctant to join me in that attack, but he will keep going. I tried to turn and find him with Ngoy. We could find him with Conceição. We have done. And we're in. Aha! Ha ha ha! What the fudge? How? How? Oh, speechless. Gets that back nicely to Noyle. Forward to Don Brown. Around the corner to Adebayo. Still can't believe he missed that chance at the end of the first half. Brown. Conceição. Here's Adebayo. He'll bury this one. Yes, he will. Oh, thank you, Victor. Faith in you is restored. 2-2. Level terms restored. Now let's try and get in front for the first time. On his left foot too. Good finish, that. If only you'd have done that at the end of the first half, we'd be 3-2 in front now. Towel. Big switch. Well played as well. Threlkeld forward to Ahumada. Javi Severio gets it back to Threlkeld. Whitehead. Andrade. God, their possession play has been really good, Salford. Their passing has been spectacular in this game. On multiple occasions. We'll get to that first Andrade there, and Threlkeld could deliver. Lovely drop of the shoulder. Away by, well, not away by Collins. Up by Collins. Get out. What a lovely clearance. I pressed and held the long pass button there all the way up to the max. And he's drilled it low. What is this clearance? What is that? You are kidding me. I pressed and held the X button all the way to the end there. Look at that. You can see where I'm aiming it and how much power I've put on it. It should go into the other half. And Page has elected to drill it low straight to the man on the edge of the box. What the shit is that? And then, of course, he takes a touch and smacks it into the top bins, and I'm 3-2 down. If that costs me the playoffs, I will be furious. Tavernier stops. And back to Noyle. Forward to Don Brown. Back heel to Maris. Slightly waylaid, but never mind. Found his man eventually. Ida will look for Adebayo, who could look for Ida again. Well, that's where the ball was supposed to go. And Goy looking for Don Brown. Oh, can't believe it. Some of these passes, man. I put minimal power on that, hoping that... So when I put max power on a clearance, it played it short and on the floor rather than through the air. And then when I put minimal power on that ball across the box, it played it heavy and to the far side of the pitch when I was just trying to lay it into the man that stood next to me. Not having the best of times here, are we? Brown around the corner to Ida. Tavernier drops the shoulder into the box. Tavernier over the bar. Here's Maris. Nibs is on the run. Oh, what a block by Eastham. 7 minutes to go. And that interception might be what wins Salford this game. Thomas Asante waiting for the drop back. Fancy flick. Oh, side netting only from Danny Whitehead. Very, very nearly. He's gone off now. I imagine it's... No, it's O'Connor that's come on for Whitehead. Expecting it to maybe be Darren Gibson. I don't know whether he's retired, actually, at this stage of a save. Brown across to Maris. Forward to Nibs, who's off the bench. Adebayo's with me. Oh, terrible pass. We'll find Adebayo, hopefully, at the second attempt. He seems rather reluctant to take possession of the ball. What is happening in this game? He ignores the ball forever, and then when he does get control, he's so shit, it bounces miles away from him, straight to the arms of the keeper. Adebayo looking for Campos in the box, turns well, the youngster equalises. 3-3 in the 93rd minute. Thank you, Campos. I deserve at least a point from this game. I said I wanted minimum of 7 from these 3 today. This has been the most ridiculous game. And in typical Cambridge United RTG fashion, the end of season finale is having a lot of drama in it. What a surprise. Somehow, that's ended as a 3-3 draw. But inexplicable as to how we haven't scored more, and inexplicable as to how their third came about in the first place. Other teams will have played their last game of the season on that Saturday. Other teams will have played their penultimate game of the season on this Saturday. We're unbeaten in 6 now, apparently, but we'd rather be on a win streak rather than just unbeaten. I can't say either of those are really the right way to respond to that. We scored 3. We could have scored more. Manager role at Ajax? I'll tell you what. FIFA career mode's realistic with the job offers you get, isn't it? You tell me the last time a team of Ajax's calibre hired a manager from League One in England. Okay, mate. Right then, cracking on. I know I haven't changed the training regimes with Abadia's injury, and I apologise for that, but I've made so many different changes to the training regimes throughout the course of this save. I just couldn't bother to make more because I'd have to then change that back again at a later date. Obviously, removing Brown is a permanent change for now. So then, as we head into the penultimate game of the season, we are 4 points off the playoffs, but Doncaster, Rotherham and Blackpool have all played every single game. So Accrington Stanley can go to a maximum of 73. We can still reach 75 points and can finish as high as 4th. We need to win the next game, and then we'll need a point from the final one. But we need, if we lose this game against Mansfield, if we lose any of the remaining 2 games, we will not finish in the playoffs. I need at least a point here, meaning I'd need a win in the final game. I need a win here to mean that we'd need at least a point in the penultimate game, in the final game, sorry. So we need to be better here than we were against Salford, because if we repeat that performance, I dare say it might not be good enough. Right, Mansfield's starting lineup. Danny Rose is a good goal scorer up top. They're starting Zek Hunt, who is a central midfielder we looked at in an earlier transfer window. It was available on a free. You guys reckon he's James Milner's regen? I don't know what he's grown to so far in this save. Maybe we could look into him for next season, as we are looking for central midfielders, perhaps. But that Mansfield away kit is really nice, actually. Not as nice as our away kit, obviously, or our alternate kit, should I say, our black kit. I don't actually really like the away kit that you guys voted for, but the new kits have been decided upon for next season. They will be the kits that finished second in the last vote we did, because a number of them were quite close to the winning kits with regards to the voting numbers. So decided to go with the results of the same vote and just select the second of those kit selections. So we will have 3 new kits again next season. Again, to reiterate, if we're promoted, we will play next season at Carrow Road if we possibly can, as we start a storyline along the lines of, we're in the Championship now, we need a new stadium, ours is being built, and it will be at Carrow Road that we play for a year whilst that stadium is quote unquote being built, and then we'll move to a default EA Sports stadium that's bigger than the one that we're at right now. Conceição, though, could start us off brilliantly here, but Stone makes a good save. Charsley, little back heel. Gordon with the switch. Benning brings that down really well. He's turned inside, but Kyle Noyle gets a good foot in. Still, the ball comes forward. Nice tackle on Zek Hunt. And Ida gets that to Adebiejo, and Alex Conceição will keep that run going. Adebiejo hopefully will keep his run going too. We've got Ngoy on the left-hand side driving forward. Still driving into the box. Looking for someone in the middle, not finding anyone, unfortunately. That will fall to Ida, who's attempted header down. Cannons off a defender. Conceição, Tavernier. Ida turns again and is tackled frustratingly. I haven't really been that good in front of goal in this game so far. Nor of Mansfield, for that matter. But provided we can get a 1-0 scoreline before half-time, I'd be confident of seeing this game out. Adebiejo turns really well, looks for Conceição. Oh my God, you have to be kidding me. Alex, come on, mate. You are 8 yards out. You have to be better than that. Oh my God. How on earth has he put that over from there? I swear he's got a 4-star weak foot as well. He does have a 4-star weak foot. You shithouse. Here's Gordon. Played in down the line. Okay, everybody just looked at it, apparently. That was their attempt at defending that. Don Brown forward to Conceição. Wanted to go to Ngoy, but he didn't make the run I needed him to. Khan looking for Conceição. Can he find Adebiejo? Yes. Can he find the back of the net? You better believe it. Cambridge 1, Mansfield 0. He might not have got the goal, Conceição, but he didn't let that affect his confidence, and he's come up with the assist. Adebiejo scoring some important goals for us at the end of this season. Was the obvious ball to play there. So much space. The touch took him a bit further wide than I wanted to go, but still able to turn it home, and we lead by 1-0 on the brink of half-time. That could be one of the biggest goals of Adebiejo's time at Cambridge United. Oh, given straight to Alex Conceição at the beginning of the second half. Is he going to have the legs to get away? No, he's not. I was going to take him off at half-time, made the decision to keep him on, and that decision might well have just cost me a second goal in this game, because almost anybody else that's on the field of play or on the subs bench would have had the stamina to get away there. Ademida turns well here. We've got our second anyway. We've gotten our second anyway. Ademida buries it. He's not actually been as impressive as I thought he might be when we drafted him into the starting lineup permanently. And it was actually the positioning of Conceição that led to that goal. The defender not able to close Ida down until the very last because Conceição was in the way. And despite seemingly doing everything he can at times to stop me from scoring, he's also the main reason why we've scored both of our goals, Conceição. So he's such a weird player. Such a weird player to play with. We're 2-0 in front here. We're doing what we need to give ourselves the chance of finishing in the playoffs. But it is still just a chance. Even with a win here, we will still be outside the playoff spots as we head to that final game of the season against Tranmere. We will still need something from the final game. That something might still be a win, dependent on other results elsewhere. Adebayo caught there, advantage played. Ida will go back to Adebayo, drop the shoulder. Defender was committed going the other way. Adebayo's shot as well blocked by Pearce and cleared away. I am going to make some changes now. We'll take Conceição off. And I'm going to bring Campos on in a cam role. And I'm going to bring Charlie Robinson on for Tavernier. Let's see what we can do in the final half an hour. Give me that. Charlie Robinson trying hard to get that off Benning. Kyle Noyle trying harder to keep it away from Cook. Neither able to do what they wanted to. Here's Hunt. Over the top looking for the runner. Robinson away. Just hacked away. Without any real aiming, but that wasn't the intention. I wanted to just get rid of it. Here's Gordon. Fortunate rebound for him there. Charsley towards the back post. Cook saved by Norris. Or Cook's attempt saved by Norris. Corner from Zek. Hunt to come in. It's whipped well. Robinson with the best clearance you've ever seen. Thankfully, he's there to make a good tackle though. I have to play this around. And we can lean on Charlie Robinson's pace here. And this is what he's been good at coming off the bench for us. Having this sort of impact. We'll look across here for Ngoy. Game over. 3-0. Cambridge United will get all 3 points here. Maybe that should be 4-0. Ball in the back of the net again. Julian Ngoy with another goal in a Cambridge United shirt, proving that he may well be a go-to signing for us at the beginning of next season. Filling a number of squad roles. Can play out wide, can play up top, and has done so for us over the course of his 2-year spell at Cambridge United so far. That is his 8th goal of the League One season after scoring loads last year. I think I will be signing Julian Ngoy. I'm recording this before I've seen your feedback with me actually mentioning potentially signing Julian Ngoy in the last episode. So I will still wait for your feedback on that front before definitively making a decision and or a transfer move for Ngoy. Charlie Robinson could have a 4th here. Lucky, but we'll take it. Charlie Robinson makes it 4-0. Our goal difference was already good enough to finish above any of the sides in front of us in the league if we got the points. But this only just makes that even more emphatic. 4-0. This is what I expected against Salford, and certainly not what we got. Knowles. Oh, that's a lovely sharp turn into Charsley. Cook to Charsley again. Should be, but isn't. A goal back for Mansfield. Scuffed finish. If he puts his foot right through that, then it's certainly 4-1. Deserved a goal, that move as well, because that was really well put together. Zek Hunt with the corner. Flicked on by Cook and away by Brown. Cook back to Hunt. And behind again for a corner off Lewis Page. Mansfield aren't going to get anything from this game, obviously, but they're still fighting hard and have to be acknowledged for that. Very, very good work ethic from the Mansfield team here to be 4-0 down and still trying everything they can to at least make the scoreline a little bit more respectable, considering they definitely have nothing to play for in the table. Fair play to them. We could yet make it 5 though. Ida, I'll go solo here. I don't know what the defender's doing. He looked to outmuscle me and ran across the front of me, and Ida barely even noticed that he was there. Unfortunately, though, smacks it off. Look what the defender here. Steps between man and ball, but doesn't get either. Ball off the top of the bar and away. Unfortunately, no touch from the keeper. No corner, but 3 points inbound. No 5-0 scoreline, though, unfortunately. But this has been very, very good. I was nervous heading into this game that we weren't going to get what we needed. But we have been able to get a really promising result. A 4-0 scoreline at home against Mansfield, which will still see us outside of the playoffs as we head to the game against Tranmere, as we've mentioned. And after the first half, the goal only came right at the very end of it. I still wasn't sure what would happen. Accrington draw their game in hand. That makes it easier for us to get into the top 6. I'll say no challenge. I should have said give them full credit. I did that in my commentary at least. They make it too easy. They just weren't as good as us, is what we'll say. I'd be a little bit more respectful. The scoreline was unfair to them. They were decent in that game and could have scored a couple more. And to be fair, my third was pretty fluky, wasn't it? So, as we head into the final game of the season for us, Accrington could have won and been on 73 points and in a playoff spot. They dropped the ball. We need a point to finish above Blackpool, and a win will move us above Doncaster and Rotherham too. But a point is good enough in the final game of the season against Tranmere, who were 19th and still are 19th and will finish 19th regardless of what happens. Well, it could go either way still. And for the third season in a row, there are a number of outcomes for us and a number of available finishing positions as we head into the final game of the season. A game that we will have to play with a rotated 11 as well because of stamina. Let's see if we can't put the boys in good spirits before the game. It's time to prove that those rotation players are good enough. Fitzwater will play in this next game. And the last time we played them, they beat us 3-1. It's going to be a tough battle, but a point is enough. But we do need that point. We do need that point. We cannot afford to lose this game. Tranmere at home for a playoff spot for the chance to play in the Championship next season. The Tranmere team that stands in our way. Corey Blackett-Taylor in there. He played well against us last time. Javier Hernandez on the bench on this occasion, whereas he started the last game, I think. Payne and Amarilla up top, or Amarilla. 4-1-3-2 for them. Not too dissimilar in formation to us, to be fair. I was nervous against Mansfield, but we were able to get it across the line. But we do need something from this game. At least starting the game, we already have what we need. So provided we don't concede, we will. Oh, Andy, you just needed that extra touch. Provided we don't concede, we will be in the playoffs for the Championship next season. But we have to avoid conceding to ensure that 100%. Corey Blackett-Taylor brings that down rather flamboyantly and then runs straight into James Wilden. So good, solid defensive start for us. Hopefully we can keep that going for the remaining 83.5 minutes. He says as Amaria gets a turn on right, but no foul given and the clearance away. Morris to Payne around the corner well. Looking for the man at the back post. Fitzwater heads behind for a corner. Tranmere pressing. Morris to deliver. Whipped in well. Headed well by Ellis. Too well, in fact. Needed to just glance that on, and he smacked it really solidly straight into the air and into the stand. Morris, a bit of a heavy touch. Ahead tried to get there and couldn't. Did foul him, I thought, but the referee didn't give the advantage. Blackett-Taylor around the corner. Goes down and a penalty. Jack Fitzwater, the culprit. There wasn't too much of a foul there. I think that's one of the rare times you see a penalty given where someone doesn't fall. Oh, he did fall over. I didn't think he'd fallen over. Forgot my guy had pink trainers on as well, to be fair. A penalty for Tranmere. Morris steps up. Buried. 17th minute. As things stand, we are outside of the playoffs. Campos back to Maris. Nibs forward to Dallas. It'll be another moment for Andy Dallas to step up big for the club. He's done it on a couple of occasions now. A couple of really important goals for him in recent times. Wilson delivers that well. Oh, he's trying to knock it back across goal with Nibs. We won't get to that first either. Blackett-Taylor. Oh, but Wilden wins it back. Good work. Maris, lay that in front of O'Hare. Into Dallas. Looking for Nibs. Oh, that was his shot. Went with a stand tackle animation. And he poked it towards goal. That was his attempted shot. Cheers, game. Oh, why didn't you use your feet there, Campos? That was meant for Andy Dallas. It will fall to Maris. Look for Nibs. Then look for Dallas. Takes it in his stride well. Cross at the back post is Nibs. And he does score. We're level. We're in the playoffs. If we hold firm. He may have fucked up last time, but he did it on this occasion when the ball came across from Dallas. I didn't know 100% that I was going to get to it. But I didn't fancy it from that angle with Alice's left foot. I thought the defender might have gotten there. To be fair, the keeper did get there. It wasn't the best of finishes from Nibs. Just trying to turn it over the home with a nonchalant little outside the left foot touch. Keeper very nearly denied us, but we have our equaliser. We have currently 6th spot and a playoff spot. Morris into Amaria. Payne lifted over to Corey Blackett-Taylor. James Wilding trying to close him down. I read that turn, thank you. I still can't get the ball though, apparently. Blackett-Taylor back. Oh, that is a dangerous cross that Clark unnecessarily pokes out for a Tranmere corner. Banks to deliver, and deliver well. Underneath this was Wilson, but despite me pressing clear, he did nothing and stood there. If that had gone in, it'd have been another goal today that I would have been livid about. James Wilding, thankfully, gives me an attacking option here. Dallas is making good moves. That's a lovely interception. Campos, O'Hare, Maris, Nibs, Dallas. Go again, please, Nibs. Oh, couldn't turn the defender, trying to use it as a decoy run. Here's Payne. Oh, and Corey Blackett-Taylor again in behind James Wilding. Positionally, Wilding not on point today. It's going to fall free. Maris just needs to get rid of it. Which we... Again, what is that clearance? I pressed and held the square long pass button. Very nearly cost me a goal again. They just scuff it low. Why? It's going to be 1-1 at half-time. Could have been behind again there. Thankfully, Mitov makes the save. We could have been in front ourselves, but not firing on all cylinders offensively. Very even games so far that we've edged in possession. They've edged in creation. And so far, we're getting a share of the spoils. As it stands, we finish 6th. If Tranmere score, we'll finish 7th. No, 8th. And if we score again, we'll finish 4th. Nice tackle by O'Hare. Dallas quickly to Nibs. We'll look back to O'Hare. He's got a little bit of pace in those legs, O'Hare. We'll look for Ethan Clark around the corner, and Ethan Clark is in behind. Oh, but he's not going to win a physical encounter. Back to O'Hare, looking for Dallas. Andy Dallas. Could it be him again? It is him again. He's a big game player. So many games that are just part and parcel of the season, the ones that come and go every week, he does nothing in. But in big games, he scores goals, Andy Dallas. I don't feel comfortable using him, but he still comes big when we need him to. Cambridge 2, Tranmere 1. It's Andy Dallas with another very important goal in a Cambridge United shirt. He refuses to let me make the decision to sell him on. As things stand, we finish 4th and will have a playoff spot assured. We can afford to concede one more and still get that playoff spot in 6th. But much more confident now of getting any result that we need to finish somewhere in the top 6. Maris, across to Wilding. Back inside to Maris. There's O'Hare. Cross to Clark. Inside to Nibs. Dallas. Oh, I don't know where to go. I genuinely just had no idea which way to go there. I don't trust his dribbling enough to be able to take a touch and turn a player. I just had to wait until there was an obvious pass to play and then try and play it. And I messed things up there. Maris working hard in the middle, trying to get the ball back. Just because we can still finish in the playoffs if they score another goal doesn't mean we should let off and allow them multiple opportunities to do that. I'd rather push forward and try and get a third and really put it beyond any reasonable doubt. We'll look for the ball down the line there to Campos, who takes that under control really well indeed. Wilding will look for him for a second time. He's not the fastest, Campos. He's got some pace, but he's not massively quick. Dallas will look for Nibs, and Nibs doesn't give us a third. It's very well blocked by the defender. 20 minutes to go. Players that I'd like to use in the playoff semis, provided that we get there, of course, include Campos. So I'm going to take him off just to save stamina. Charlie Robinson can come on here for Clark, and I'm probably going to need Maris or O'Hare. Maris has slightly more stamina, so we'll... but O'Hare's pace could be important. I'm going to take Maris off, even though he's He's got the more stamina just because O'Hare's pace is probably going to be more important at a crucial time. And Elliot Griffiths, who's barely played for me at all, will have the opportunity to play 20 minutes of a very important game for his club. Morris back there to Banks. Morris inside again. Banks to Mullin, who used to play for us in season 1, of course, on loan. What is that? What is that pass? Why is it underhit so poorly, despite me putting the power needed on the pass? And it's on his strong foot, I'm sure. I'm going to I'll press the A to try and pause that. Look at this. Look at the space. Look how clear and obvious that pass is there. And how much, as the ball's on his way to him, the Tranmere man is a good 5+ yards away from the ball, but still gets there first and lashes it home. Jesus Christ, we can never do anything straightforward at Cambridge United, can we? Corey Blackett-Taylor makes it 2-2, and now it's going to be a very nervy final 15 minutes. Nibs out wide looking for Leon Davies. I'm so angry because we shouldn't have conceded 3 against Salford. We shouldn't have conceded that goal there in this game either. And if either goal ends up costing us... Oh, I told you to leave that, Charlie, and you still run... If either goal ends up costing us a playoff spot, you cannot underestimate how pissed off I will be. I'm already pissed off, but I cannot afford to play in an angry manner, to play tilted, because it will cost us another goal, and we cannot afford that. Blackett-Taylor inside here to Hernandez. Paul Mullin, good block by the defender, and away the ball will come. 5 minutes to be played. Just use possession cleverly, Ches. Don't give it away, and you will finish in the playoffs. James Wilden. Now make me a good run here, Dallas. Andy Dallas. Off the bar. O'Hare straight to the keeper. I can't deal with this. Flicked on by Blackett-Taylor. Hernandez brings it down. Trying to get a foot in. Can't do it. Corey Blackett-Taylor. We're into stoppage time now at the end of the second half. If Tranmere score now, the playoff dream is over. And they might score now. They won't. We're into the playoffs for a place in the Championship next season. My heart. Oh. We did it, but Jesus Christ, we made it hard for ourselves. The semi-finals tomorrow will not be a premiere, so as to avoid spoiling the season premiere for people. If we do make it to the final, that will be a premiere, but I won't premiere the semis tomorrow, because last season we spoiled it for too many people who just hadn't had the chance to catch up for a day, and then when we scheduled the premiere, the playoff or the season finale was spoiled for them because they knew ahead of time that we'd made it to the playoffs. So I will not premiere the playoff semi-finals tomorrow, but if we make it to the final, that will be premiered the day after. Alternatively, we'll premiere the beginning of season... Oh, maybe no. Maybe I won't premiere the beginning of season 1 because that will then spoil the playoff. We'll wait and see. Wait and see. But for sure, the episode tomorrow will not be premiered. So you'll have to come and watch it at 3 o'clock as per usual, rather than watching it live with me in the chat. But who do we have in the playoffs? We finished 6th. We have third placed Bolton Wanderers in the playoffs this season. How have we fared against Bolton previously in this save? Where was the last time we played Bolton? Ages ago. January, was it? Have I missed Bolton somewhere? No. Bolton here. We lost 2-0 as the last game of the calendar year against Bolton. I can't remember whether that was played or simmed. I think it might have been played. And we drew 2-2 in the cup against them. And the other game in the league was a 1-0 defeat. We have yet to beat Bolton Wanderers in any game so far in this save. The board are happy with us for extending the brand exposure. We sold out 20 every single one. of the games we played this year. £1.6 million added to the transfer budget for next season. But what league will we be in that next season? I'm not sure. I will see you tomorrow for both playoff semi-final legs against Bolton Wanderers. Now, hopefully, there's more than a few days between them. There's almost a week between leg 1 and leg 2, which makes it easier for us to manage with the squad. I will see you tomorrow for the playoff semi-finals. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on that video tomorrow if you haven't already. And I'll see you then.